It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the blue. Every heart beats true for the red and the blue, and we sing this song to you. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the red and the blue. Grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the blue. Every heart... Cheers, we're from South Belgrave. Football is the game we play. We will keep on fighting back for the red, white and the black till we see the flag flying down our way. Cheers, boys, cheers, we're from South Belgrave. Football is the game we play. We will keep on fighting back for the red, white and the black till we see the flag flying down our way. Down our way.
today on a very, very wet and muddy Saturday afternoon. Our teams today facing off, obviously, we have South Belgrave taking on Montrose Division 1 Residents Grand Final. Of course, both teams have had very strong season throughout the regular season. South Belgrave finished top of the ladder with 6,000 points and dropped the one down the 17th. That loss coming to the opponents today, Montrose. By 12 points. South Belgrave putting together a 382.66 percentage with the best ranked offense and defense in the league. Their route to the final today will be the second set. Setting themselves equally impressive with 265.12%. And the second ranked offense and defense in the league, and their road to this day in this season, the grand final, qualifying final win against Mitcham by 27 points. Of course, like we said before, that second semi-final loss to South Belgrave. Started with a 10-game win streak, Montrose did, and then had consecutive losses in 11 and 12 against South Belgrave and Mitcham respectively. So it's quite interesting, like you said. Reserves in the grand final. South Belgrave Saints taking on Montrose Division 4 points behind the Saints.
On behalf of the Eastland Football Netball League, welcome to Tormore Reserve for today's Eastland Division 1 Reserves Grand Final between South Belgrave and Montrose. We begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather and pay our respects to their elders, past and present. We extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Congratulations and best of luck to both competing sides in today's decider. Officiating umpires for today's match are, in the field is Riley Abasta, James Hamilton and Lockie Mike. In the boundary we have Brad Stelfox and Lockie McRae. And in the goal we have Darryl Larder and Seth Cleverly. I would now like you all to be upstanding with the players and umpires for the Australian National Anthem of Australia. Make the best team win.
So like we said before we were here,
or before we got cut off to the pre-game proceedings, I should say. We have South Belgrave and Montrose in the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final out here today at Tormore Reserve on what is proving to be a very wet and very, very muddy Saturday afternoon. South Belgrave finishing first on the ladder in the regular season, Montrose in second, just behind them by only 4 points. I'm Christopher Cordis, and I'm joined today by Mr. Montrose, if you will, Blake Tennant. Blake, how are we feeling ahead of this one?
Mate, this has been building up for a long time. The week, it's been the talk of the town down here at Montrose, and it's a very proud moment. You know, this is our first grand final I'm actually calling down here at Montrose, and it's an exciting day. The club's gone all around it, but we do have another team, of course, and that is South Belgrave, of course. They've had a terrific year. I think they've only lost the one game all year, which was to Montrose, and they progressed through for the first ticket today a couple of weeks ago when they did beat Montrose by 1 point. So we're expecting a pretty nail-biting game down here at Tormore Reserve with the conditions not being great. I can jinx it now. It is going to be pretty bad conditions down here at Tormore Reserve, which I'm really excited about. And I'll just get your tip quickly, Chris, if that's all right. Who you backing? You can say South Belgrave. Of course, it won't offend me, but what are you going for?
No, it's very, very close, especially looking at the last times out. But I'm going to go South Belgrave today. I just think with that, the way their defence is shaped, they'll hold true. What do you think?
I think you know who my tip's going to be, Chris, don't you? I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go Montrose. I think it'll be a close encounter, probably the 2 point margin. So here we go, Chris Curtis to take it away, Chris.
As we are off and the Rucks do their work, we're going for a soccer straight away in this grand final due to the conditions. As bodies are dropping around the footy, no clear winner just yet. As it's going to spill the whales off the hands of a Montrose player, picked up by Jack Pruden, and he's going to be wrapped up in a tackle. So we're expecting a lot of stoppages due to the conditions today. As the ball hit the deck again, and it's wrapped up once more. So no real territory gained by either side. So the umpire will ball it up again. It's going to be tapped to the right of your screen. Still footy on the ground. No one able to get a clear stoppage win just yet. As it's soccered off the ground. And it's going to be soccered once more by Joel Thomas. It's made its way out. We are just edging closer and closer.
So just put the jumper change as well, Chris. Daniel Fielding there, last listed player on our team sheet. He's wearing the number 25 today. That was the one that been chasing up all day today, and we finally found it just 1 minute into this game. So don't you love that? Don't you love that?
Well, it's all happening here on grand final days. You just heard as we are just entering Montrose's the forward 50 now. It's going to have another ball up just on the edge of the 50. So we're on that scoreboard side. And the Ruck's going to win the work. Still very scrappy conditions out here. As we're down South Belgrave's forward 50, I should have said before. My apologies as I misspoke, but we're going to rebound in now. There, plays around the foot. He was picked up. Handball went the way of Withers, who gets it forward. It's going to squib through, and it's kicked in off the line. Ball held up in the muddy conditions, and it was the Saints who took advantage of it. Able to pick it up just before it went over the goal line.
I think that was Spencer Richards-West.
And kick
it was.
And soccer it in. So, Spencer Richards-West, as he had 32 goals on the season.
Played a couple senior games. I do believe he could potentially be in South Belgrave's senior side as well. So I think he played in that grand final last year. I could be wrong there, but he was part of it. But yeah, he's having a good year. I think he's only played, maybe mid half of the year too, and he's only kicked 30-something goals, which is incredible in a short time of playing footy this year, Chris.
That's exactly right. As we've had the ball up, and the ball's going to be wrapped up once more. Like you just heard, Spencer Richards-West with his 33rd of the year. As the Rucks will go at it again, it's sent in the direction of the Saints. The ball's going to hit the deck and now end up in a puddle, but around the footy was Withers. Still going. Montrose just looking to take territory with the kick, but with a waterlogged footy, it's very difficult as it's intercepted by the Saints, and they go forward now. It's going to bounce in the direction of Richards-West as it goes into the Saints forward 50, picked up by Taylor Withers, gets it to Leighton Withers. Bit of a connection there, and the snap finds its way through. Well, how do you like that from the tight angle?
That's a great goal.
Well, it was Taylor Withers to Leighton Withers and hit as he kicked through it on the left boot. And that is as good as a goal as you are likely to see today.
That's incredible. That is simply amazing there. That's by Leighton Withers.
9 times in best this season, Blake.
That's an incredible goal, especially on grand final day. And it's great to see as well. So play resumed. We are looking for an answer here from Montrose. So 2 rucks going at it. Dirksen gets the hit out there. Allen involved. Gets a hand pass there. That was by Baton Leach. And a free kick here going against Montrose. So it will be a South Belgrave free kick here. And picking up that will be Jack Neal, who takes on proceedings here. There's a strong tackle there. So Gardol there, of course. I think we've got to mention as well that it is his 250th game as well. Brendan Gardol, champion of the Montrose Football Netball Club. Of course, he is the last premiership player today as well. The 2013 famous side that won here at Boronia too. So something, a bit of motivation to keep Brendan playing as we continue on. That was my little up story. And a strong tackle there, nothing doing. And it's going to be another ball up. We're about 4 minutes into this Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. It's South Belgrave with the hot start here, leading 2 straight 12 to Montrose yet to score here. Early stages of the game, of course. Dirksen gets a hit out. And another strong tackle. So they've already started to put the early blows on here, South Belgrave, doing a tremendous job here. And it's just going to be a stoppage fest kind of here, isn't it, Chris?
That's exactly right. With the wet conditions, it's very easy to fumble the footy or not take it cleanly. And very hard to pick it up off the turf as, you know, it gets caught in the mud as we see here. It's going to be wrapped up again. We're in South Belgrave's forward 50. Just on that far side boundary. In front of the scoreboard end. So the Rucks will go at it. It's on the ground again. Bodies dropping around the footy. Like you just said. We'll have another stoppage. Very difficult for either team to really win a clearance here. As the ball will go out once more about 40 to 50 metres out from the Saints' goal. It's gotten out the back from Montrose. It's going to be brought out by Joel Thomas. Where the ball's hit the ground. And South Belgrave have a number here. Just throws it on the left boot. Goes toward Withers, who hit the deck. Picked up now by 25 and Christopher Degas. And it's going to be cleared by Brendan Garter, who we just heard the 250 gamer as it's made its way to Withers. About 15 out just on the boundary line there, and it's going to be out off the feed of play. It's going to be called for a boundary throw-in. So like you just said there, Blake, exactly on the money. Very scrappy footy so far today.
It will be. It'll be like this probably in for the game after this as well. So it's just going to be like this predominantly for this whole game today. Is missing involved there. Gets a little kick there. Nothing doing. It's in, of course, the attacking 50 here of South Belgrave. Good stuff there, that was by Corey Waite. Baton Leach gets a tackle, but he's tackled straight away. And that's holding the ball going to South Belgrave. And a little bit of feeling on this one. Have played against each other 4 times this year. You don't want to do anything silly on grand final day. So boys will be boys, I guess. A lot of feeling on this one, early stages of this game. As I did mention, they have played against each other 4 times this season. So player number 49, Tyler Gray, can line up and kick South Belgrave's third of the day, and that's pushing to the left, and it's going to go through for 1 behind. And that moves the score to South Belgrave 2-1-13 to Montrose yet to score. We're about 8 minutes in to this Division 1 Reserves Grand Final.
So just heard there, South Belgrave opening up an early 13-point lead as Montrose looking for options to bring the ball back into play, obviously in their grey and blue clash strip as it's off hands just on the edge of the 50. Brought up through Josh Misson. who now looks down the line. Gee, kick just went straight up and didn't get any distance. But it was deemed to have gone 15 and in the hands of Jaden Bowringer now, who took the mark. And he's just going to look for a bit of a torp, but he dropped. Didn't get the purchase he wanted at all, and Phil Costa's going to take the mark. So it'll be Phil Costa on that far boundary. Just in front of you, can see a few tents, a few gazebos, acting as cover for the cars. It spills out the back of the pack and it's just going to be sent forward. Bit of a mongrel kick, which will stop short. It's picked up by South Belgrave. It's going to be the man that just had the shot, Tyler Gray. Yeah, he misfires again for another behind. It's Tyler Gray's second behind off his second shot of the day.
Hasn't had the best of lucks today. I believe this will be Felstead that will commence proceedings here. Nicknamed the Milkman. Thought I'd get that out. Nicknamed Milky there. He'll love that. So as he brings play to Dirksen. Game number 50 today for Montrose. Sean Dirksen as well. There's a couple milestones as well for Montrose, and Riley McKernan playing 150 today. That's league games, of course. Obviously played for South Croydon. So resume it here. South Belgrave got the numbers. A check side boot to goals. Where's this going to sit? And it's going to go out of bounds on the full. Montrose will get it back into the ball in hand here. It's going to be a very defensive game by both teams here today. Felstead, the general, they also call him down there as well. So he's got plenty of nicknames as well.
Got any other nicknames for us, Blake, while we're on the topic?
Yeah, there's a few. There's one that I like to call it is Joel Thomas, the city boy, because he lives in the city. So I'm sure he'll like that one too. But we'll keep the nicknames a bit later in the game. You can't reveal all your secrets early days. So Ferguson gets a hand pass to Jenkins. Jenkins gets the kick down on the other side wing. This is good by Montrose. Emerson involved there. And a strong little push there. Strong tackle. Jenkins, of course, played a few senior games this season as well. South Belgrave get another mark taken. So Lockie Benson.
So then you said mark taken by Benson. You just heard from Blake Tennant beside me as he looks up the far side wing. So to take distance, it's come off hands around the footy was Brendan Gardol, but it's been ushered over the line and will be brought back in for a boundary throw in true centre wing here at Tormore Reserve in what has been not quite a cagey affair so far, but a very, very scrappy game of footy. As the ball will be thrown back in. Rucks go out, ball actually hit the deck and just makes its way back towards the boundary line. It looks to be still in play from what we can see. Emberson off the ground. The ball's going to squib towards Phil Costa and it's gone over the boundary line. So we'll have another boundary throw in, still true centre wing. No team really gaining any meaningful territory there. As the boundary umpire will bring us back into play. Again, tough for the Rucks to get a read on the footy so far today, just due to how much water is out there and how waterlogged the footy is, as it's off hands, on knees. Got the handball off. South Belgrave looking to chain together a few handballs, and they're doing well as they get the kick forward. Doesn't take a lot of distance, though. They're looking to go inside forward 50 now, and they're getting closer.
So a couple of big games coming up for you on for now Saturday. And should be a very exciting day. Or if you're sick and tired of the rain and the weather and the conditions, watch it at home or on the couch. Sit yourselves in because it's a bumper day down here for now. A high tackle here. This is going to go to Montrose. Getting that is Kobe Ferguson, ex-Basin player as well, coming to the club this season. Short kick there. The other side wing. See, get the play. We're moving on here. Another strong tackle there by Montrose. And this is the best they've been so far. The best movement we've seen from Montrose, of course. Dirksen gets it. It's a tap. South Belgrave again got the numbers pushing forward. They've been tremendous, and same as this player as well. And number 28, Richard West. He's playing really good footy today. And another strong tackle stoppage coming up. And that'll be a ball up.
So we've got the ball up inside the Saints forward 50. Scoreboard reads South Belgrave 2-2-14. Montrose yet to score as the Demons looking to rebound. Footy hit the deck. It's come off hands now. No one really able to take it cleanly. Came through Liam Kelly. And the umpire is going to call for a boundary throw-in. So we're some probably about 40 metres out from the South Belgrave goal. The South Belgrave uprights. This ball's going to be brought back in. Rucks will go at it once more. Taps kind of neutralised each other out. As around the footy was Emberson. Ball on the ground again. Fell on it was Withers, and will be another ball up. So we're just about 3/4 of the way through this opening term. You know, quarter that really hasn't seen a lot of free-flowing footy just yet. It's going to be picked up by South Belgrave, who look to go forward, work it with handballs, and now the kick on its way. Gee, it looks good. It's sprayed to the right, though, for a minor score. So South Belgrave again with a bit of scoreboard pressure, but only in the minor form. So South Belgrave 2-3-15, currently leading the Montrose Demons yet to score.
Yeah, so interesting start. South Belgrave doing all the scoring work at this stage of game here. Falstead brings it in. Strong tackle there by South Belgrave. Another one coming through. Gets a kick there. That was by Withers. And another great play that's starting the game really well there. That was by Leighton Withers. He's playing some pretty good footy as well. A lot of feeling in this game, of course. They have played against each other 4 times this season. Even the umpires is trying to get the ball clean, which is a sign that's not great at the moment. Conditions aren't great on ground level. And a free kick again going to South Belgrave. And it's going to go to South Belgrave player. Turn around, young man. And he does that. So Nash Butler will have this. And he can kick South Belgrave's third of the day here. Lines up. Deep breath coming into this kick. Probably on the arc of the 50 sort of area. Lines up. Kick gets on its way. And it's through. South Belgrave get their third of the day. And that moves the score to 3-3-21. Montrose yet to score here. So it's all been South Belgrave at the moment. Red hot to start this game. So Nash Butler gets South Belgrave's third of the day. And it's danger zones early already for Montrose. Need another one coming here, don't they, Chris?
That's exactly right. And I actually think in our under 19.5s grand final that we had just before, the highest scoring team only got 16 points on the board. So the South Belgrave Saints out to a quick start. Montrose by no means out of it yet, but with the wet weather conditions, you feel that every score becomes more valuable as time goes on, like it always does. It's brought out into the Saints forward 50, but the intercept mark taken by Joel Thomas there, who will look to go down the far boundary side wing, and his kick is intercepted straight away by number 9, Jack Pruden, who just returns to centre. There's a couple high flyers there. One of them was Christopher Degas as the footies come to ground. South Belgrave with hands on it. It's just found its way out of bounds and over the boundary line. So we'll have a boundary throwing coming shortly. True centre wing, just in front of the South Belgrave faithful out there, I believe it is. As the ball has been brought back into play, and it's just going to be looked to sent into the forward 50. Emberson was looking to get it out, as the ball's still just not really being able to be taken clean by anyone. Is it the South Belgrave fans out there, Blake, or is it the Montrose fans? Can't quite see from you.
That's all Montrose
It's the
down the back
Montrose
there.
fans, righto.
Yeah.
Of course, them in the red and blue. Their
Yeah.
players in the clash strip, the grey and blue here.
Don't start me, Chris. It's a touchy subject, but well, at least they're playing.
That's exactly right. As now Montrose looking to take some territory, and they could get out the back here as the kick goes forward. They're inside forward 50 for the first time this contest. It's a 1v1 contest. Squibbed off the ground and looking to kick it. Of soccer, it was Brandon Mills, but his opponent got the better of him. And the kick out this near side wing will find Daniel Sartling. And Emberson almost spoiled himself into his teammate Brendan Garble there. So Montrose are able to get some territory going their way. Lost out in that instance, but some good signs here from the Demons. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock, so I feel like the only side that can really score here and be effective is Montrose. Saints just need to hold still as it comes to this near side wing just in front of us. And the kick's going to find its way over the boundary line. And with that, we're going to have the quarter time siren.
There you go.
So there it is. So scoreboard reads after that first term. South Belgrave 3-3-21. Montrose yet to score. Major goal kickers for the South Belgrave Saints. We have singles going to Spencer Richards-West, Nash Butler, and of course Leighton Withers. So wet weather footy down here at Tormore Reserve. We'll have a short break and we'll be back for the second quarter.
AFL Victoria, with support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game great, and we're strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
Welcome back to the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final down here at Tormore Reserve. Down here, of course, it's Montrose taking on South Belgrave here, and a slow start for the Demons here. They trail South Belgrave 3-3-21 to Montrose, yet to score in this Division 1 Reserves Eastland Grand Final. Slow start for the Demons here, but South Belgrave, they put it on early. The accelerators are kicking on at the moment down here. So goal kickers, of course, Nash Butler has one, Spencer Richard West has one, and Leighton Withers also has one as well. So, Chris, interesting start. Montrose got a lot of work to do, don't they, to get things going their way from here on in.
No, it's exactly right, Blake. And look, I just think so far the Saints have probably played the conditions a bit better, looking to chain some handballs together rather than, on the other hand, Montrose just looking to really just get boot to ball and try and take territory. But in conditions like this, with a waterlogged ball, it's not going to bounce far. It's not going to carry on at all. It's quite difficult to actually take that territory with a kick. So I'd be interested to see what the quarter-time huddles were all about and to see what adjustments are made in this second quarter. But I just felt like South Belgrave are willing to take the game on a bit more in that quarter.
They do need a lot. This is, it's not really the scoring end as well, if you think about it. So, advantage to Belgrave to start this game. But let's see what Montrose can do to try and level things up here. A few supporters, of course, coming through. It's great to see as well. Big crowd building down here at Tormore Reserve for this great contest. As we speak, conditions aren't great down here, but that's all right. The ground is not looking great, as you can see. Very muddy conditions today. So, it's your little brother there. So the umpire will ball it up. Chris Curtis.
As we're underway in this second term. And the Saints from the top looking to continue as they left off. As Leighton Withers thought he took a diving mark, but the umpire said hit the turf first. So we'll have a ball out just about 60 out from the Montrose goal. So the South Belgrave goal, my apologies. As looking to grab out of the ruck was Lachlan Benson as footies hit the turf, and now Montrose will look to rebound. Getting hands to the footy of the Demons again, but the handball only goes as far as Hunter Morgan, who sends it into the forward 50. And it seems to be an uncontested run and jump there from the South Belgrave player. I believe it might be Christopher Degas.
Yes, we know him pretty well, Chris, don't we?
He is. That's exactly right. Second in the league
He
goal-kicking
got a
tallies.
yellow card last time we were here, Chris, I believe.
Did he get two?
Two, yes.
He got two,
He got
so
two yellow cards.
We got our money's worth in terms of entertainment, but
Yes.
42 goals so far this season, 9 times in best. So he was second on the league tallies. He's dead in front here, some 40 metres out as the kick is on its way. Looks to be good, but just dropped a tad short. And will be over for a rush behind. So Degas not able to get a 43rd for the season. Of course, he's second in the league. First on the league is it a Montrose jumper. Wearing number 12, Riley McKernan with 45.
Yes. Yep, he's had a really big year, Riley. And a free kick going to Montrose here. Play resumes. Strong mark taken there by South Belgrave as they bomb it in. For a mark taken, not there. Bit of a scrap going on here, down here at Tormore Reserve. Ferguson involved there, gets tackled, and it's a free kick. A lot of stuff going on here as well. So taking the kick will be Darcy Walls. And he gets a mark intercepted there by Brad Batten-Leach. Played a couple of games in the seniors as well. So a lot of senior players playing here today. And they get a kick going forward. And a mark taken there. That was by Lockie Boyle. Lockie Boyle gets a short kick there. Mark taken. This is good by South Belgrave. Good movement. As they bring it down forward. And a mark taken. Yes, it will be. It will be taken. That's going to go back to Batten-Leach. He's taken another intercept mark to Patrick Horn. So Patrick Horn now can slow things down. Former Wolverton Millgrave player who are playing in a grand final today as well. So you'll be happy about that. both of them. So Jenkins now plays the kick there. Tries to find his teammate. Strong hand pass there. Gets a kick there. That was by Ben Pepper. This is better by South Belgrave. They get a kick bombing forward here. Bannon Leach involved. He's been everywhere sort of thing. And then there's that player in Coates there. We finally got that player. So he's wearing number 24 there. So that's Sam Coates. Write that down, Chris, if you can. A strong tackle there, and that's going to be... It's holding the ball. He just picked up the ball there.
Bit harsh, you reckon, Blake?
That's a bit harsh. That's a tackle. He just picked up the ball there, and I don't know about that one. Don't know about that. So as play continues on, as they bomb along South Belgrave, it's going to go out of bounds. Chris. So we finally found that player. So number 24, Sam Coates is his name.
Sam Coates, righto.
Yeah, late inclusion for Josh Ment to play in today's game.
Okay, so the boundary umpire will bring the ball back into play. Ball will drop about 25-30 out from the South Belgrave goal as it's potentially smothered. Now just getting wrapped up in a tackle by Leighton Withers was the Montrose player. A few afters there, just keeping the game a bit healthy, keeping the competitive spirit alive. We'll put our spin on that as the ball up is about 25 metres out. G riding on the back in the right contest was Tate Laub. And there's a few appeals going on here. And again, a few afters, just...
Yeah, like I said, Chris, they've played each other 4 times now, so...
It adds a bit of something to this day as well. You know, grand final day is a big occasion. We don't mind a bit of healthy banter, we'll call it here, as it came off the hands of Richards West in the ruck contest, and now it's going to be socket off the ground by Christopher Degas. And there'll be a bit of chirping going on after this one. So Degas opens his account for the day. As we said before, it's 42 goals on the season. That was his 43rd. Just reading the drop of the ball better. It dropped dead, didn't quite bounce off the turf, and he was able to just get the boot onto it, lash out on it with the right boot off the ground and send it right through the big sticks.
Yep.
So Degas on the board. South Belgrave's 4th. Scoreboard reads South Belgrave 4-4-28. Montrose still looking for their first score.
Yes, they are. We're trying to figure out when this will be because we've been waiting for Montrose's first goal. South Belgrave doing everything they can at the moment, doing terrific things to start this game as well. Another strong line, of course, is Brandon Leach, but a strong tackle there. That's holding the ball. Well done there. That's by Patrick Hood. So Patrick Hood, a short kick. That's not a great kick. And there's a few South Belgrave players getting around this. They do that. A tackle there by Baton Leash. So South Belgrave just doing everything they are doing with please at the moment. Gardo involved. Gets a kick there. That was by Jack Pruden. And a bit of a high free kick there. And he's going, it's a 25-metre free kick. South Belgrave, things aren't looking great for Montrose right now as we speak. So Jack Pruden now can line up and kick South Belgrave's 4th of the day. He lines up. Kick, it's coming through. It's there, and it's a goal. And that moves the score to South Belgrave now, 4-4-28. So Montrose yet to score. Damaging times for the Demons as we speak, but South Belgrave are just putting everything on the line here, doing what they please. Plays open all the time here. And Jack Pruden gets South Belgrave's 4th of the day. It's not looking good here, Chris, is it, from a Montrose point of view?
No, they definitely need the next score.
Has to be the jumper. Might be the jumper.
Could he go a half each in the clash strips, get South Belgrave out in their clash strips in the second half? It's Tate Laub graves it out of the ruck and he's wrapped up straight away. It's like you heard, 34-point lead. The Saints have got it now to Montrose need something soon. Otherwise, this one could get away from them as early as half-time, really. I hate to say it, as Benson's going to take the footy. He's been good out of the ruck. And he's going to look long. Footy would drop just on the forward 50 arc around it. plenty of players. One of them was Taylor Withers, of course, getting the goal assist for his, I think, brother's goal, second of the day to Leighton Withers. As there'll be a boundary throw-in as the rain starts to pick up a bit here at Tormore Reserve. Has punched the way of the South Belgrave goal and around it again. It's Taylor Withers, but it's out for another boundary throw-in. So there's a bit of a situation going on behind the fence. One fan can't seem to get his hood on properly. That's an interesting one, considering his mate's holding it.
The guy with the brown jacket.
Yep, and
Wait.
His mate's holding an umbrella all to himself right next to him. That's an interesting dynamic as Lau goes up in the ruck. Rucks cancel each other out. Dropping on the footy, I believe there's an in-the-back free kick going the way of the Montrose Demons. And they look to wheel and deal straight away. Gee, a bit of a sidestep as they got the footy forward. It was great work from Montrose, and now on the far side wing as they'll look to go forward once more, just assessing their options, not rushing anything. I believe it was, I can't quite see who it was. They go forward, another mark looking inside their forward 50. They're in there. Phil Costa's got hands to the foot. It was a great tackle by Emberson as the ball makes its way forward again. And I believe that's just gone straight out of bounds on the full. So again, Montrose getting a bit of territory, but they're yet to really put any scoreboard pressure on. As now the rain is picking up quite a bit down here at Tormore Reserve. Scoreboard reads 5-4-34.
No, it's getting heavy now.
Yep.
It's getting really heavy.
Yep. And you know Brush is coming indoors.
Brush is coming in.
That means it's getting out of hand.
Yeah. It's the other side wing down here at Tormore Reserve. Bannon Leach gets another kick. He's played superb for the Demons. Chain of hand passes going away. It's going to be a throw in. Not looking good at all at this stage. Early signs for the Demons. South Belgrave are doing everything they can at the moment with please.
Looks like Kobe Ferguson might have injured his shoulder there, Blake.
Is he in the hands of trainers, as we can see?
He's just off the boundary line with one at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's him on the ground there, potentially. That's a holding the ball free kick. So Joel Redmond now got the footy. He bombs it in. Not a great kick though. A strong tackle there. Hand pass there. South Belgrave again, just got numbers going forward. Curlo involved. It's Dean. Just pressing at the moment. And it's going to be a free kick going to Montrose. Bannon Leach again. He's probably got the nod for me early stages from a Montrose point of view, but there's plenty others from South Belgrave that are just doing the job at the moment. Playing terrific footy at this stage as Costa has the ball, he kicks it. Another player as well, Chris, from that South Belgrave senior lineup that unfortunately lost to Beaconsfield. That we were at, actually, in that little box there, Chris.
Yep. And God, I'm thankful for that box later today when I'm on the boundary, I'll tell you that.
I hear the umpires might be using it in the emergency ones. So you might have to wrestle or something going on there for that box because that box is looking very tidy. I reckon you should reserve it, Chris. You should reserve it for the day. As play continues on here, we're having a bit of fun. This game's not great as well. Degar's involved. No, Spencer Richards. Sorry. Yep, Degar's involved there in a strong tackle. So we're going to have another ball up.
So we're a bit closer to where we are on this broadcast side, which is good as Lau comes off for an interchange. He's been terrific in this second quarter so far, and so too is Benson, who grabs it out of the ruck and just sends it forward on the left boot. Footy's off, hands off feet, no real clean possessor just yet. As Montrose send up, big barrelling torp inside 50. It came off the knees of Costa. It was a great distance on the kick, but South Belgrave will say return to sender. Gene, it was a good mark taken, and there's Christopher Degas, just drove the knee into his back. Quite a late hit. 25-metre penalty will be paid, but that's about as big of a punishment as Degas will get. As we said last time we saw him play for the senior side, he got 2 yellow cards, but just the 25-metre on that occasion. As on the ground was Liam Kelly. Decided to duck when he was on his knees. I've not seen that before. But now South Belgrave send it up the wing. It's going to be an intercept mark taken by Montrose in the form of Brendan Gardner, who stood up well in his 250th game. As he looks for a target inside forward 50, can't quite get it there. It's just punched forward off the ground. You can see the mud splatter wherever the ball bounces. As you've seen again there, it's off the hands of Brad Bannon-Leach, who's been very impressive so far for Montrose. And we have a ball up just to the left of the centre square. We've got some afters again, just some feeling in this game, but still a 34-point lead extended by the South Belgrave Saints as Montrose just looked to send it forward by Riley McCoon. And there's a whistle being blown. I think the call was a downfield free kick.
Yep.
So can't quite say who's picked up the footy, who's claimed
Nusafora, the captain, Ben Nusafora.
it. Nusafora, 21 goals on the season.
Captain as well.
Yep. This might be Montrose's first score of the day, so I'll let you take it away, Blake.
With the luck today, it's not looking great. So Ben Nusafora here, the skipper. This needs to be a captain's goal here for Ben Nusafora. He can line up to kick the Demons first of the day here. Lines up. Kick it slowly on its way, and it's going to go to the right. So that's Montrose's first behind of the day. They've finally scored. And that moves the score to Montrose. One behind to South Belgrave, 5-4-34. A few of the boys down the back there in our little van there, very excited by that comment. Chris, take it away.
Slight array goes up from the FNL van as Montrose get on the board finally. But anyways, an intercept mark taken here by the Demons, and they could look to go again. As they will look inside forward 50, balls high in the air, pack forming under it. It's off hands. Trying to claim the mark was James Hoskin, but he had to be a bit more persuasive than that. As the footies hit the ground and the umpire will call for a ball up.
At least we've scored more than Carlton has in that little elimination final last week too. So there you go.
Shot to be fired here at Tormore Reserve. As Emberson lays the tackle, looks to lay another as well. It's come off hands. And we are still just about 30 metres out from the Montrose uprights. Just in from that far side boundary. As the rucks go out again. Big ruck contest in there. Looking to pick it up off the ground was Joel Thomas. You can't quite get a clean disposal out. No one can really, as he's wrapped up in a tackle by Matthew Stevenson. So we've got just under 4 minutes left in this opening half. Scored v South Belgrave, 5-4-34. 33-point lead over the Montrose Demons, who have one behind for the day. As Leighton Withers is around there, dropping back to help his team relieve some pressure. He's been in the forward line early and appeals for deliberate. And the umpire will say not just yet. So the boundary throw will be called. As we are just in front of the scoreboard there. And umpire just wiping the ball off again. Very wet weather conditions here at Tormore Reserve. But the Saints have played it better so far. As the ball goes in, Lachlan Benson, two-hand tape, gets it out to Darcy Walls. Kick doesn't really go anywhere. Anderson was scrambling around the footy. I think it was Walls that socketed off the ground again. Anderson's around there again. So Anderson been around the footy quite a bit so far. We heard Blake say before again, as well as Darcy Leach, quite a good performer so far for the Demons.
Bannon-Leach.
Bannon-Leach, my apologies. Bannon-Leach, Brad Bannon-Leach, that is. As the ball will come in once again, and Benson beating in the right contest, but the umpire said it was done illegally. So we'll have a free kick, and just looks to slow play down just a touch as he walks back to his spot. And he'll just send it on the left boot, take territory down that far side wing. It's come off hands, looking to go backwards to go forwards was Leighton Withers, but he's been taken high, so the free kick will go forward. As it's off hands again, no clean mark. There were a few good flyers at it, but nothing taken just yet. This ball makes its way down the broadcast side. There's Benson again, just taking any territory he can on the left boot. And a mark is taken by South Belgrave.
Yes, the Saints doing some pretty good things. Taking that kick was Nash Butler. Already kicked one today. Costa finds a teammate again in Leighton Withers. He's doing some terrific things as well. And what's called now a downfield. Yeah, it's a downfield free kick here. They try to slow things down. They bomb it inside to the forward 50. and a holding free, I believe. Yes, it is. It's going to go to Baton Leach again. Chris, he's having a really big game here as Baton Leach immediately plays on here. Strong snap around kick there. Gets the kick there. Hand pass. Got the kick there. That was by James Hosking. A little bit of a push there. Nothing called, and it'll be another ball up. So we've got a biggish crowd down here at Tormore Reserve today. I know conditions-wise hasn't been too great today, but a high free kick going to Joel Thomas here. So Joel Thomas takes it. As you hear the boys there, the red time. Yeah, that a lot. The fielding gets a snap around the corner there. Hand pass there, that was by South Belgrave. We don't have a 55 as well, so they get a kick.
It's one more for us to chase up.
No. You don't want that on grand final day. As Falster gets a kick for the Demons. And a little bit of a push there, but nothing doing. South Belgrave again will regenerate, and they do that with Darcy Walls getting a step around the corner. And it looks like it might be, and it is. It's half time. It's half time down here at Tormore Reserve. It's not looking good for the Demons. And a little bit more push and shove. And it's still going on. The players are still after. It's on here, sort of thing. And they're just having a go, looking at each other. It's great footy down here at Baronia as well. They're still going at it here. So that is halftime down here at Tormore Reserve. It's Montrose 1 behind to South Belgrave, doing everything they please at this stage, 5-4-34. That is half time. We're going to take a short break here. Then after this, we'll have more action straight after this.
AFL Victoria, with the support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game great. And we are strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. We are encouraging all spectators not to confuse their anger with passion. We're all here for the same reason, for the love of Australia's favourite game. We want supporters, parents and players to make a promise to be the best versions of themselves, and to support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life every week on local grounds across our great state. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
welcome back to Division 1 Reserves Grand Final down here at Tormore Reserve here. It's South Belgrave leading 5-4-34 to Montrose, one behind. So a very slow start for the Demons. I'll quickly just go through the goal scorers for you today as well. So Jack Pruden, he's got one here as well with Chris DeGaz, also with one. Spencer Richards West also has one as well with Nash Butler and Leighton Withers. Also with one major for South Belgrave. Montrose still haven't scored. They've scored one behind here, but South Belgrave have all done the scoring here today. So slow start for the Demons, but can they come good here? They've got 2 quarters to start this game off strong here as well. Big crowd viewing. We've got the summer, a bit of sun coming out here today. It's a little bit of a sun. I'm getting a little bit out here. The sun's slowly coming out as well. So still winter conditions already. We're in spring as well. So it's almost what happened last year as well. It's always like this when you come here to Tormore Reserve. It's just the weather gods just come out to play, I guess, as well as my co-commentator Chris Curtis is back here as well. Chris, what was your first half? Do you want to just give us a quick recap, because it's all South Belgrave as we speak, isn't it?
Yes, no, that's exactly right. And I think early on they just managed to get their tactics a bit better accustomed to the weather, and obviously scrappy game out there. But I think really when it comes down to it, you look at the 33-point lead they've opened up, and I think you can put it down to just playing the conditions a bit better, willing to play a bit shorter, get the handballs going, and not just look to just send blind kicks, which I think Montrose have been guilty of at times. But there's definitely a lot of time still left in this fixture, as we're just about to get our second half underway. Blakey, take us away, mate.
Yes, as play continues on. What have the Demons got left in them? They've got 2 quarters before the Division 1 Reserves premiership gets lifted up here. What can Montrose do here? And Allen as well, the one who started the little brawl here, gets the first laugh of the quarter. And a strong tackle there. It's going to be a ball up there on the outer side wing. Right where the painting is, they do a terrific job with the signs as well. As you can see there. Fixed my car up over there. The guy I just waved at just the other day, so good to see. There's the 2 rucks going at it, Benson and Dirksen. Benson gets a hit out there, gets a hand pass, and a strong tackle there as well. If you are watching on the broadcast, let us know where you are watching. We are looking through the comments, so let me know where you're watching from around the world. I know there was a few, the Euro summers slowly dripping out a little bit as well, and people might be, in Italy, New York. I know there was a few of them going around. So let us know where you're watching from. I know there'll be a few people, if you're living in Melbourne right now, you'll be watching it from your living room, because the conditions aren't great down here as well. So let us know as well. So Benson gets it out, drags it out, kicks it forward. That's a hand pass there. That was by Withers. He's having a terrific game for South Belgrave. And a strong tackle there as well. So windy conditions, of course, for this whole game today. Gets a kick. And a kick and in danger free kick. And it's going to go to Montrose and Baton Leach. He started off, his first half was really rock solid as well. He's playing terrific. Here we go. The Demons can try and get it inside there, forward 50. Bowringer involved, gets a strong tackle. And it's going to be a ball up. And it's going to go to the umpire. There's Benson and Dirksen in the ruck. Dirksen gets a hit out. He gets it forward. As they try to slow things down, do South Belgrave here, but they're inside. They've got numbers to the ball. Do Montrose here. If this can sit here, they get a hand pass there, and they get a kick away. But again, it's just been South Belgrave, and Darcy Walls gets another kick going forward for them. And they've got numbers here to the ball. Do South Belgrave, but first to get there is Gardle. And that ball's going to be out of bounds. Or is it not? No, It's not. So it's going to be a ball up on the scoreboard end down here. Expecting a bigger, shorter crowd. Building up, of course. We've got the seniors grand final between Mitcham and Park Orchards. Mitcham aiming for back-to-back premierships, while Park Orchards are looking to get back to Premier after a short trip down in Division 1, but they're looking forward to hopefully getting up, Chris.
That's exactly right, as the wind is definitely starting to pick up now here at Tormore Reserve. Home of the Baronia Football Club, I believe, which are doing a great job hosting our final series. Previous weeks, as I have done today, as the ball is going to hit the deck and no team really able to pick it up, but it's up now and it's dropped again as bodies fall around. Not one of them is laden with us. It's now been cleared by Montrose. Ball went straight up though, and the call is, I believe, a boundary throw-in. It's a bit difficult to see from here. No, so it's going to be an out on the full call, I believe, and the free kick was said. The ball was handed to Ricardo Durayo.
25.
I believe it's been a 25-metre penalty given. So it looked like Phil Costa was going to be the one taking the kick, but he just handed it off to Durayo, and he's now just going to walk himself within 10 metres of the goal, I believe. And they're debating angle now, but he's practically in the goal square by the time he kicks this. They'll put him dead in front as Durayo walks in and kicks true. First of the term goes away South Belgrave. Goes the way of Ricardo Durayo off the back of that 25-metre penalty. We're not quite sure what the actual infringement was called for, the penalty that is. But Durayo was never going to miss from there. So the scoreboard reads, South Belgrave 6-4-40. Plays Montrose 0-1-1. The Saints have now opened up a 39-point lead as we get the ball into the middle. No way to recommence play.
Yes, there's the two rucks going at it and a blocking free kick. It's going to Dirksen, playing his 50th game for Montrose today. Things aren't looking good as well for the Demons here. And a great chain of handballs and a kick there. That was by Jack Neal. Strong tackle. Williams involved. And it's going to be another ball up. As play resumes. Gets a kick to Montrose. Benson involved. Gets a kick down, bombs it in. First to get there was Mills. Mills gets a kick there to Ferguson, who gets pushed and will get a free kick here, and it will be. So Ferguson now, slow things down. He does like a little bit of a torpedo there. First to try get there was Mills again. Done a few good second efforts there. Player to get there first was Leighton Withers. They've got numbers to the ball here. Plays everywhere for South Belgrave here. A strong tackle. Well done there. That was by Joel Redmond. Joel Redmond has done that tackle. Finds Baton Leach. He's playing terrific footy. That's going to go out of bounds as well. So it's not looking good. You can see the Tigers have definitely set up their territory as well. Like the Tigers evolved, we're strong and we're bold. We're for Tiger. There you go. Thought I'd get that one out as well. I am a Tigers fan, Chris. It hasn't been our year. I know your night wasn't great last night. Yeah. We'll keep that for another day.
Hawks fan, but that's okay.
And a strong tackle.
So a lot of ball up just in front of us here. True centre wing, broadcast side. As Benson will be wrapped up. Something I've noticed seems as soon as Lachlan Benson gets the footy in both hands, it's just straight onto the left boot and as much distance as possible.
Yes.
Which is a bit old-fashioned, but personally I love it. as the ball goes up again, and Benson tried to take a piggyback on his opponent's shoulders there. Didn't get anywhere near the ball. There's a free kick being paid now. Will go the way of South Belgrave. So it'll be Tate Lorg, who just sends it inside forward 50. The drop of the footy was Richards West, but couldn't quite take it cleanly. Now Montrose get it out wide. Kobe Ferguson's around there, so he's back from what looked to be a shoulder injury earlier on in this game. Is rolling out of bounds with the footy was a Montrose player. Lachlan Benson's off the interchange now. On the interchange, I should say. Just looks a bit sore. He's only got to play out another quarter and a half to lift a cup. As we are true centre wing, far side. The umpire will bring the ball back in. Both rucks go at it. It was off hands. Montrose with hands to the footy. Again, not really able to get any of their play going. Not able to impose their style of football in this competition just yet. The Montrose Demons. So they definitely need to do it soon if they have any hope of getting back in this game. Scoreboard reads South Belgrave 6-4-40. Montrose 0-1-1. The ball's still on the ground, bodies dropping around it. One of them was Taylor Withers, who's been better in this third quarter. He's lifted his intensity as the umpire will call for a ball up. Both Withers brothers having having an impact on this game so far for the Saints. There's Layden around the ball, can't quite get to it. There's a free kick. It's going to be going the way of Montrose. It's going to be going the way of Jaden Bowringer. He's just going to look to calm the game down a bit and look for a short kick and mark. So he finds his target. It's on the far side wing. As they'll look forward now. Ball's out the back of the pack, and again out for a boundary throw-in. So we are just about 10 minutes gone in this third quarter. Of course, scoreboard counting up now instead of down as we have extra time in the second half of our under 19.5s and reserves competitions, and not in the first half, as we are true centre wing here on the far side of Tormore Reserve out here in Baronia for the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final, as bodies are dropping on the footy and holding the ball will be the call. So no intent to get it out as Montrose get a free kick.
Yeah, so missing. Try to slow things down. That's not a good kick. That finds Taylor Withers. As he touched on, Chris, they're playing terrific games today for South Belgrave. And a high tackle free kick. That's going to go to Withers, Leighton. That might go in, and it does. And that's to Darcy Walls. So Darcy Walls gets South Belgrave next. That is a big kick. That's from almost 50 metres. That is from 50 metres, if you don't mind. Almost. That's past 50 metres. That's from the centre circle. That is an incredible goal. That is incredible. So that is South Belgrave's 7th of the day. I think it's just us now, then the mood of the cloud. So it's just us at the moment, Chris. Just we don't get the little bit of a crowd noise here.
Yep. I'm sure we'll get that back soon though, as ball is up. Gee, that looked like a throw to me. But nevertheless, play goes on and umpire will call for a ball up. So as you heard, that goal kicked just before, nearly from the centre square.
It was from the centre square. 50 metres was a bit harsh for that kick, but that was definitely over 50 metres, Chris.
Won't repeat what was said when Boyd kicked one in the final series for the Dogs, because I'd like to keep my job for next week at least. So we'll just keep it very PG rated here for now.
Yeah.
As Montrose get a free kick dead centre of the field. And we just look to send it forward. Kick gets a bit of distance. Clean run at it was a teammate. So the kick has found its target, and Montrose will look to go again. Inside forward 50, there's a pack forming under the ball, spills out the back. South Belgrave defenders have something to do today. They've maybe gotten cold at times in this fixture, joys, and that is a big hit. And the call to my left is what for, but no eyes on the footy there as South Belgrave player got taken out. Now Kelly's going to send a forward, but I don't think advantage was paid, so they're going to bring it back. And now there's a few words exchanged around the ground, but... And there's going to be a card pulled out. I believe it's for dissent. Can't quite see who it's gone to just because the van's in our way there, but... Might have been someone in the dugout for Montrose, do you reckon, Blake?
Oh, it's the coach.
It's the coach.
Coach has been sin-bin.
Well, that's not something you want to see in any round of the year. But like we said, South Belgrave player had a run at the ball, got absolutely cleaned up by his opponent. I think the man
coach
on the
has
mark
been
is
sent
Rylan
off.
McKernan.
Coach
I'm not
is-
sure if that was
yep.
him. But now the Demons coach sent off, I believe, for dissent in a day that's probably not gone the way you envisioned it to be. So you can understand when the anger comes out. But of course, the umpires do need to be respected at all times throughout our Eastern Football Netball League matches here, as Benson sends it forward, and I believe that will go out of bounds on the full. So we're now inside the Saints forward 50. It's a long way back for the Demons now, especially considered the man in charge has been sent for a walk, as they'll be able to rush it over the goal line for a rush behind. So it's South Belgrave 7-5, 47. The scoreboard gets updated now. Montrose 0-1, 1 behind.
Yeah, so it's been a dark day for Montrose. Coach has been sent off.
Is it 15 minutes for the coach as well?
Yeah,
Blake?
15 minutes. Yep.
So we'll keep an eye on that.
I don't know what was said, but it would be pretty bad if he's been yellow carded. So it's been a dark day for Montrose so far. Hasn't gone their way. 7-5, 47 to Montrose, 1 behind. So things aren't working well here. It's been all South Belgrave. They've done a terrific job all season. Only had the 1 loss, which of course was to Montrose. So the umpire throws it up. Gardo involved. Gets a hand pass. And a holding free kick. And it's going to go to Montrose. So, free kick going away to Montrose here. As Ferguson bombs it to the other side wing. Chain of hand passes going away to Montrose. And a tackle, it's going to be balled up.
So we are just about true centre wing when this ball will go up. Saints have opened up a 46-point lead. Demons still looking for their first major of the day, because they're out on that far boundary side, and ball will travel over the boundary line, so we'll have a boundary throw in shortly. Again, we've had South Belgrave completely dominate the territory game in this Division 1 Reserves decider. As the ball come in again, true centre wing we are. 2-hand tap from Benson, made its way to Lowell, but his kick was smothered, and now the Demons have hands on the footy. It was a good tackle there. Around it was Liam Kelly, who got hands to it. Now the kick will go forward from the Saints. It was off hands of Montrose. Well pressured though from the forwards of the South Belgrave Saints, as now Montrose look to get it out. Kick will fall short. Benson's around it, just chooses to soccer it with the weak foot, and now it's around 50. It will be soccered once more. Layden Withers is on the footy. Had his jumper pulled, still got the kick off, couldn't quite take the mark cleanly. Now Scarlett's around the footy. That's Nicholas Scarlett. It's gotten out to Richards West, and now out of bounds. So good pressure from both sides still in this third term. So just about ticking over the 17-minute mark. Of course, there will be time on in this third term and fourth term subsequently. As the umpire will ball it up. And the ball will just hit the deck straight away, like we've seen so many times throughout this fixture so far. As Lord was around the footy there, Tate Lord that is, as ball goes up some 30 metres out from the South Belgrave uprights, is sent out from Montrose. Player was hit as he kicked it, but the kick still gets some distance, and it's a free kick going the way of South Belgrave. I think it might be Phil Costa. St Will played in the senior side in their last match of the season, where they got knocked out in the semi-final, was it, Blake?
What's this?
The South Belgrave senior side.
Oh, yes. Yeah, straight sets.
Straight
That's
sets. So
straight
Phil
sets.
Costa was in that lineup.
He was.
As too was a couple of the other players. One was Christopher DeGars, who's got a major for the day. But Phil Costa looking to put his stamp on this game as the kick is on its way. It was from 50, dead ahead, and stays true. Not quite 50 metres, I should say. It was more like 40, but
Yeah.
Phil Costa sent it straight through the uprights for his first major of the day. He's been in defence quite a bit, but managed to sneak his way forward with the flow of play there.
I think, Chris, there's probably about 5 South Belgrave players that were from that team that we saw a couple of weeks ago. I know Phil Costa was one. Elliot Trigart has also been playing senior footy. Darcy Wells was another player that played seniors.
Lachlan Benson.
Yes, he was the
Yep,
key
he was
ruckman
there.
there. The Gars, as we heavily talked about, and Spencer Richards-West. I think that's the only ones that are the two big, the couple big names there for South Belgrave that have played senior football. Montrose do have a few senior players, and there's one with Joel Thomas who played a few senior games this year as well. So there's plenty of senior players playing, but it just shows the depth South Belgrave, which unfortunately they didn't have come the seniors a couple of weeks ago. They take a bounce here and move it forward. Strong tackle. South Belgrave can take a lot from this grand final though, Chris, because now that they know the reserves have won the grand final, they can start to use these players in the senior ranks coming through the years. So it's good to see. And another ball up. Is that how you see it too? Do you feel like they can rely on these players now that couldn't really get a look in for senior footy?
No, I feel like it's definitely a good point you raised, because, you know, as success comes in the reserve side, you have players knocking on the door of the seniors, and now I think it's relieving for the South Belgrave senior side knowing that they've got that depth to come up and help them, but also a bit anxious at times because now you've got players gunning for your spots. So the free kick went the way of the Montrose Demons on this far side wing as Darcy Walls, a player we just mentioned, got hands to the footy, and big bump laid there on the South Belgrave play. But there's a free kick going to Montrose. He's just slipped over a bit, copped a few jeers from his own fans there, just off behind him as he looks forward now. Good body work there by number 6, Joel Redmond, but couldn't quite take the mark, so it's gone forward, and now Montrose will send it straight back to centre, so they're looking to get it forward. Lachlan Benson spoiled his own player who was sat under the footy. And now the Demons will go again through Bowringer, who gets it inside forward 50. Still looking for the first major of the day of the Demons, as he's picked up out the back by Jack Pruden. And he'll get it to Darcy Walls again, who looks up the wing, and a terrific chase down tackle, appeals for dropping the ball. Umpire says nothing doing, as now they work it again. Do the Demons. Jack Pruden on the footy again, took terrific territory with a kick, got out the back, but the Demons have a spare number. Might have been touched off the boot by DeGars as the footy falls short. I think it might be Taylor Withers around it there, as the ball's been fallen upon on the ground. As we're into time on here in the third term. 21:15 on the clock. Saints up 52 over the Montrose Demons in this Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. Stay tuned, because obviously we have the ceremony after this, and then our Division 1 Senior Grand Final, which looks to be a terrific match set up for us. Park Orchards taking on Mitcham, as you hear the third quarter siren, 3/4 time siren I should say, go off here at Tormore Reserve. Scoreboard reads South Belgrave 8-5-53, Montrose 1 behind on the scoreboard. Major goal kickers for South Belgrave: Ricardo Durayo 1, singles 2, Phil Costa, Darcy Walls, Jack Pruden, Taylor Withers, Christopher DeGars, Nash Butler and Leighton Withers. So the Saints are up 52, Blake.
They are indeed. So that is 3/4 time down here at Tormore Reserve. It's not a good start it's not looking good for the Demons, but South could have one hand on the cup. We'll find out straight after this.
AFL AFL Victoria, with support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game great. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
Welcome back to the Division 1 Reserves Eastland Grand Final down here at Tormore Reserve. The Saints have got one hand on the cup unless Montrose can do an 8-goal comeback. I can't see it happening today, unfortunately, but anything's possible. It is Grand Final day, but I think South Belgrave have done all the dirty work to get them through to this great Grand Final. I think they're going to get home here as well. So it's 8-5-53 South Belgrave to Montrose, one behind. So it's not looking good for the Demons here. It's going to be a slow start. It's all been South Belgrave. And Chris, how was your explanation of the third quarter?
Well, it's much of the same, I think, throughout the first two. Obviously, South Belgrave managing to dominate the territory game, and Montrose managed to get inside their 50 once or twice, but really not enough to affect this game in the way that they want to at all. But there's still a bit of life in this game, just in the way that both teams exchanging words, exchanging a few pushes and shoves. As you hear the siren go, and we are underway here in the final term of this Division 1 Reserves season. As Lulb wins the first clearance and sends it forward. His target can't quite pick up the footy, and Montrose are going to go forward now just in front of us, but South Belgrave have a couple spare, and one of those is Darcy Walls. Like we said, on the senior list a few times throughout this season, has been big in this second half for the Saints. He takes the intercept mark and will send it forward towards their forward 50 as Lorb's around the footy again. He's been another good performer for the Saints so far today, as I've had players stand out across the field. Not just their ones that have been on the seniors list, but everyone playing a role here. As Benson didn't quite get up for the ruck contest. It was well won there by Dirksen of Montrose, as the ball spilled out now and bodies are dropping around the footy, and the umpire will call for another ball up. So it would be Dirksen and Benson again. So they go up. It wasn't Dirksen that time. I apologize. It was Dean Kerno in the ruck. As the kick is smothered now, will fall into the hands of Joel Thomas, but fell out as quickly as it fell in, and now dragged in by the Montrose player, but the umpire will say nothing doing and call for a ball up. So we are some 30 metres out, dead in front from the South Belgrave upright as Lord wins the tap again. He's been terrific. Montrose looking to get it clear through Thomas. He had a couple goes at it, finally got it out, but we will have another ball up. So it is stoppage central in this fourth term so far of the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. As the Saints looking to keep the footy in there. Gee, it was a big hit as Bowringer kicked the ball. Still legal though, and Montrose really not able to clear their lines just yet. So we're in the centre square here. Rucks will go at it again. Benson wins the tap, going the way of the Saints. It's picked up off bodies, cause of a high tackle, but he was tackled legally. It was Durayo. He's got a major for the day. So we'll have another ball up. Ball really hasn't moved. Benson will win the footy again. It's off the hands of Thomas, but now the kick inside is from Pruden. Hits it to a pack, bodies dropped, picked up was Degas, who just looks for a handball in behind, couldn't quite get it there. It's Withers around there, that's Taylor Withers. And there's a high contact free kick going his way, I believe. And there is yet another 25-metre penalty going against the Montrose Demons. So they've lost their discipline as this game's gone on. And now it will be Taylor Withers kicking dead in front in the goal square. It's about as close you can get. It's about as easy to kick as you can get. And he'll just run in and just chip it into the back fence there. So Withers gets the opener. Taylor Withers, that is, for the South Belgrave Saints in this fourth term. It's his second of the day. And it extends the score to South Belgrave. 9-5-59. Leading the Montrose Demons 0-1-1.
Yeah, it's definitely been one way today. So South Belgrave definitely been the best team there. Of course, they earned the right to get the first ticket into today's decider. Well done to South Belgrave. They've almost got home here. I think they are home indeed. I can't see, even though I would love to have a Montrose come back, I just can't see it happening today. So it's been South Belgrave's day. I'll be a happy camp down there, down the mountain today, as we'd love to say as well. This play resumes and a strong tackle. Another one as well. Ball's just running through at the moment. And it's going to be another ball up.
So we'll have another ball up just on the edge of the forward 50 of the Saints. Getting good height in the ruck contest was Lob, and he won the tap down. But now the ball's just hit the deck. So we've seen so many times. So string of stoppages as the weather seemed to clear up a bit. Fingers crossed it stays that way, but no guarantees as the Saints send it inside their forward 50, and the double fister was a selected choice from the Demons as the kick goes forward and hits the behind post. Will be out for a boundary throw, and that shot on goal is from Matthew Stevenson. But we had rain, we had mud, we had puddles early on, but we're just getting some clear skies here, which hopefully can carry over into our next match, which is going to be an absolute corker, the Division 1 Senior Grand Final between Mitcham and Park Orchard. The last time those two teams met, Park Orchards were leading by 28 at three-quarter time before Mitcham had a 54-point turnaround, a 52-point turnaround, my apologies, in the final turn to go home 24-point winners and book their spot in the decider. So plenty on the line after this one, so stay tuned if you are watching at home. In this game here, the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final, obviously South Belgrave 9-5-59, Montrose just the one behind on the scoreboard. As the Saints have played the conditions better so far. It was off the hands of Benson, picked up by Stevenson. We're on that far side wing, just outside the Saints forward 50, and there will be yet another ball up. So I feel like the intensity has dropped off as the number of stoppages has increased in this game, which is only natural. But it's definitely South Belgrave's day. Minor premiers for the season. Only trumped the Demons by 4 points actually on the ladder, but a fine season that'll be the cherry on top of the cake. The icing on the cake, I should say. The cherry on top will be lifting this cup here at Tormore Reserve down here in Baronia. As Tate Law will have a free kick and we'll just send it into the ribcage of the man on the mark by accident, and then give away a free kick for an illegal tackle. So it will be the Montrose Demons, who I guess still have their pride to play for at this point. You'd hate to see any team get to a grand final and leave goalless. As the Demons looking to get their first major of the day still. He's coming off the interchange bench was Liam Kelly, and he timed it well because he's out in space now if his teammate can get it to him. Instead, he looks through the middle to Phil Costa. Costa couldn't quite take it cleanly and now has pressure on him. Deals with it brilliantly as Costa sends it inside forward 50. It's a very shallow entry, and the intercept mark will be taken by Joel Thomas. He's had a good fourth term here for the Demons. As Montrose still going in, they haven't given up. Taylor Lobbs around the footy again. He's had a terrific game. It's probably the closest discussion for a best on ground medal in a grand final that I've seen in this league so far for the South Belgrave boys. They've had tons of brilliant performances. You look at the likes of Phil Costa, Taylor Withers, Lachlan Benson, Layden Withers, both the Withers boys. They've been absolutely massive. And Tate Lorb, of course, throughout all four quarters has been brilliant. As the ball is going to be sent out of the Montrose defensive 50, and now Montrose have a bit of run down the wing and will look to take a bit of territory. Kick to a 2v1 as that was the only option going forward. And now South Belgrave spares out the back. He had his legs taken out, but the umpire said nothing doing so. Good tackle there. Footy spills loose, and now it's terrific pressure around the footy on that far side. True centre wing. But we'll have a ball up once more. So 8.5 gone in this fourth term. Of course, there will be time on, but at this stage, it could be any number of minutes as we've had nothing but stoppages to close out this Division 1 Reserves decider. As ball goes up, Benson will tap it backwards in the hopes of going forwards now and finding a teammate, but footy's on the ground and we'll have yet another ball. Not a ball up, sorry, a boundary throw in. So it's a 58-point margin we have here at Tormore Reserve. As the ball will be thrown in again, Benson taps it backwards again, which has been the strategy so far in the last couple of ball ups. Obviously, directive from the coaching group as they look to go forward. Kelly's around the ball. Jones had it, was pushed off it. Joel Thomas, I should say, my apologies. As you have it on the far side wing.
Yes, I'm back. I was just doing the presentations straight after this, of course. So, yeah, it's, as he touched on, Chris, it's just been all South Belgrave. They're doing terrific things, doing terrific footy, playing a terrific brand as well. They've been doing it the whole season, though. Should we all be proud, South Belgrave. Today, And of course, straight after this, of course, as Chris touched on, the Division 1 Grand Final, the senior Grand Final between Mitcham and Park Orchards, of course. The Rampaging Tigers looking to go back into the Premier Division for the, well, Division 1 back then, but Premier now, first time since 2006. Well, Park Orchards are looking to do a quick, showing the footy to the player there. So, and it's on. It's on here. You don't want to break the clutch jumper, do you? Come on. Unless you want to pay for it, big boy. And it's on again. So as play resumes, just a bit of feeling. Of course, these sides have met 4 times, so this umpire throws it up, gets a hit out there by Benson. He's had a terrific game for South Belgrave. There's about 11 minutes into this 4th quarter here, down here at Tormore Reserve. And a bit of a hold. And it's going to go to South Belgrave. Benson will take it. He plays on here. He bumps it in. There's a hand pass there. Fielding involved. Redmond involved as well. And a strong tackle will be a ball up.
So the ball up in the centre of Tormore Reserve here is Benson. Just looks to punch it. Doesn't get much distance through the hit out. And we'll have another ball up. So just about 12 gone in this 4th term. South Belgrave Saints up 58 on the Montrose Demons. Montrose still looking for their first major of the day as Emberson's around the footy. He had a good start to this fixture, but it's dropped off slightly in the last quarter or so. We'll have another ball up in the centre square as Montrose will win the tap this time and look to go forward. It's off the hands of the Saints, and there's tight lob again. Probably has my votes for the best on. As he goes back into the centre square, South Belgrave had numbers, fell on the footy, dragged it in now, appeals for holding the ball. But umpire will call for a ball up. As Montrose player slowly it up, has mud all over the front of him, which a lot of the players do here at Tormore Reserve. Very muddy conditions, which the puddles have eased off. It's good to see, but still quite wet out there. But we have some blue skies, despite some clouds here, which is a hopeful sign for our next game. It's out the back now. Montrose have a 2v2. Saints just quick to get numbers around the footy, really showing off their work ethic. But the Demons are still around. A tackle is laid by Tyler Gray. And we'll have another ball up. We are 45 metres out from the Montrose uprights. The Demons still looking for their first major of this fixture. We'll have another ball up, just for something different. As the umpire throws it up. Benson just grabs it out of the ruck, and like we've seen so many times before, just throws on the left boot, goes straight to the boundary though. And we'll have a boundary throw just in front of us here.
Yep, it just hasn't been the day they have wanted here.
Could you have seen it going differently if it was a sunnier, clearer day, Blake?
Oh, I just think South Belgrave have just been the team all year, to be honest. They've brought in a few good players into the team today, and I think it's just been their day, their year, really. That's how I've just seen it, Chris.
It's a very, very good point. They've put together an impressive 2024 campaign, and they'll cap it off now with a premiership as they're just under 10 minutes away from it, you'd think, as we're going to have another boundary throw-in. Blake, thoughts for best on? What have you seen today?
I've liked Leighton Withers. He's been pretty good. Number 63. Spencer's Richard Rest. Chris DeGarts, he's been pretty good. Who's your front runner at the moment?
My front runner's probably Tate Lobb at the moment. He's been around the footy a ton throughout this game. And really
Number 44. Is that
exactly right.
Tate Lobb?
put together a terrific four-quarter performance so far and has been around the footy a lot, but it's not easy because you've got the likes of Lachlan Benson in the ruck, and as you said before, the Withers boys, both of them have done terrifically so far in this match as the ball scribbled and squirmed its way out to the forward 50 arc. Emerson got tackled and just decided to pile on his opponent, and now we've got a bit of push and shove, a bit of argy-bargy in the centre square. And there's quite a few players around this one. Emerson at the bottom of the pack as they're sorting each other out now, which is good. Play will resume. Life goes on. There's been a free kick awarded throughout all of that, so we'll go South Belgrave's way as the fixture has so far. And gee, looking to take the mark was a Montrose player and just got landed on by Hunter Morgan from South Belgrave. So it's been awarded with a free kick. Just in front of us on that Eastland logo, of course. Proud supporters of the EFNL as it's socked off the ground by number 6 and Joel Redmond. And now the Demons have the chance. And they've got it. The shot's on goal. Is it there? Oh, it's smothered over the line. They just can't quite get it to fall. The shot was from Corey Waite.
Just hasn't been their day,
That's exactly right. Probably sums it up.
Yeah.
Thought they had their moment there, but South Belgrave just too many numbers, too good around the footy as Liam Kelly takes the mark.
So it's Kelly now. He's probably about, I would say, maybe 5-6 minutes away from lifting up the premiership cap. With a great team all season long, have South Belgrave. They've been terrific. Only lost the one game for the whole year.
Got to give Montrose credit too, though, don't we, Blake? Only 4 points behind them on the ladder.
Yeah, I think they've only lost 2. And the mark taken there, that was by Luke Jenkins. Come on, they've got to get a score on the board here.
Come on. Even I'm rooting for him at this point.
So it's Jenkins now. Can line up and kick Montrose's first goal of the day. He can line up here. Luke Jenkins played a couple of bit more senior games, senior footy this year into the reserves team today. Lines up and it's hit the post. It just hasn't been their day.
Just can't catch a break.
So 3 behinds, Montrose to South Belgrave, 9-5-59. So nearly there, South Belgrave. And they're nearly there, aren't they, Chris?
That's exactly right as the ball makes its way out of bounds on the fall from the kick in. So Montrose still have the territory as they look inbounds. It's come off hands, good contest around the footy. South Belgrave have a spare out wide in Lachlan Benson. Gee, you look to sell a bit of candy. Got the handball off to Phil Costa now. Some of the senior boys combining as it gets forward, but Montrose will look to clear it. Only as far as 41 in Nash Butler, who's got a major for the day. Kicked the 3rd in the first quarter as it's off the hands of Hunter Morgan. Now Montrose looking to go forward. Head over the footy. Terrifically brave play from the Demons as they take a bit of territory and are now just about 55-60 out from their goals. As the ball goes up, Benson looked to grab it out of the rack, but it was a knock loose by Dean Kerno. And now the footy's inside the Montrose forward 50. It's just cleared by the South Belgrave, though. Emberson was around it. Phil Costa looked to pick it up with a hand, got bumped, still somehow had it when he came down. Phil Costa still on his feet. Terrific strength to stay standing and keep the footy alive as it stacks on in the middle now. And again, some extracurriculars going on off the ball as play clears out now, and we'll have a ball up. And Dario is still going at it with Brendan Gardol in his 250th. So Gardol awarded the free kick. Probably see that coming from a mile away. The Saints won't mind it too much as they're 19 minutes into this 4th term and up 56 as the footy goes forward. It's off hands or inside the Montrose forward 50. As the umpire will call for a ball up now, some 30-35 metres out. Very, very slight angle from the Montrose upright. So Benson will almost do a volleyball dig to get it out of the ruck, and taking on a play there was Nash Butler, but he got wrapped up. So they've got another chance here, the Demons. It's Joel Thomas. Man on the mark, stands 40 out. 35-40 metres out. He's almost dead ahead. As we are ever so close to time on. Montrose If this one sells through, would have their first major of the day. So it's number 5, Joel Thomas, who will walk in. Will need a good bit of distance on this kick. Throws it on the right boot. It'll stray right and drop short, and he's over for a rush behind. So Montrose hit the scoreboard again, but not in the way they wanted. The scoreboard reads South Belgrave 9-5-59, Montrose 0-4-4.
Approaching time on now, Chris. About 20 minutes and 30 seconds in.
And there's another scuffle.
Yeah, there is. That's the only thing I've really been seeing all day.
Card's been pulled out too.
Yeah, for both of them maybe.
Certainly looks like it.
Yeah.
So yellow each. Seems the fairest result. Can't quite see who it is just yet. But
Ben Nuciforo is definitely the Montrose one.
the captain.
Yep. Can't know who the other one is as well. So I don't know what play's doing here.
I believe we had a mark to Phil Costa just in the back pocket there, but I think the umpire's called for a ball up.
Ball up. Yep. It's ball up.
So it's sent out of defensive 50 now after the ruck contest. Montrose still searching for their first
That's
major
it.
as there's the final siren. South Belgrave Saints are your Division 1 reserves premiers.
Terrific season.
As you hear the song blast on in the background.
Cheers, boys, cheers, we're from South Belgrave. Football is
Scoreboard reads in the end, South Belgrave 9-5-59, Montrose 0-4 for a 55-point win for the Saints after being minor premiers on the season. Put together a terrific season.
Well deserved.
So did Montrose, but just not their day at all here at Tormore Reserve. Major goal kickers for the day, singles all for Ricardo Durayo, Phil Costa, Darcy Walls, Jack Pruden, Christopher Degas, Nash Butler, Leighton Withers, and the 2 for Talem Withers as well, the only multiple goal kicker for the day. As we are going to wrap up here as we get ready for our post-game proceedings. South Belgrave are your Division 1 reserves grand final winners.
you sort of sense that this is the sort of game that Sam Lowson will once again want to try and impact and have a say in East Ringwood's forward to the grand final, Josh.
Well, he kicked 4 of 7 goals for East Ringwood last week, and he will definitely want another big one on a bigger stage and a much tougher contest at that. And then it comes down to the likes of Corey Creston or even some of their midfielders get on the scoreboard as well, Brash.
Admittedly, though, with Roval, I mean, look, losing McDonald in that midfield and young Jai Coleclough who's played that crumbing forward role for Roval exceptionally well. Losing that outside run of McDonald's in that midfield sort of, I feel, hampers Roval a little bit, because Anthony Brolick, basically, he's the sort of he's an accumulator of possessions, right? He just goes to the positions where he knows Spider, where he can pick up those possessions, and he's the sort of guy that, you look at the stats at the end of the game, and you think, well,
Welcome to the Eastland Division 1 Reserves Grand Final presentations. Congratulations to Montrose, really good season to make this far. It's never easy to do, so well done to Montrose. Terrific season, should be all proud down there. And to South Belgrave, 2024 Eastland Reserve Premiers in 2024, well done, terrific season. I'd now like to invite EFNL board member Kathy White to present the premiership medallions and the best on ground, which is the Blue Ribbon Medal. Blue Ribbon, a proud partner of the EFNL, have awarded a medal adjudged for the player best on ground. And the Blue Ribbon medalist is from South Belgrave, number 7, Darcy Walls. And now let's start these premiership medallions with number 1, Ricardo Daru. Ricardo. Number 4, Phil Costa. Number 6, Elliot Trugart. And the Blue Ribbon medalist, number 7, let's invite him back, Darcy Wells. Number 17, Lachlan Benson. Number 78, Lockie Benson. Number 20, TJ Winners. Number 25, Christopher DeGarts. Number 26, Nash Butler. Number 27, Daniel Starling. Number 28, Spencer Richards-West. Number 32, Lockie Boyle. Number 38, Jack Neal. Number 42, Matthew Stevenson. Number 44, Tate Lab. Number 45, Ben Pepper. Number 48, James Hoskin. Number 49, Tyler Gray. Number 58, Josh Brigginshaw. Number 63, Leighton Withers. Number 64, Hunter Morgan. Number 65, Gary Hugland. Number 70, Liam Kelly. Assistant coach, Geordie Roberts. Assistant coach, Brad Stenstrom. The runner, Nicholas Bosch. The team manager, John Scarlett. And now, Premiership co-captains, Nick Scarlett and Jack Pruden. Jack and Nick, can you please stay on stage, please? And now, Premiership coach, Jake Kidd. Jake, can you please stay on stage to say a few words, please?
Wow. First of all, just credit to Mr. Montrose. You guys are great all year. Awesome outfit, highly respected. So really well done on a great year, guys. Excellent stuff. To the EFNL, to all of our fans, all of our supporters, all of our members, all of our family, our wives, partners, kids, thank you. We would not be able to do this if it wasn't for all of you guys. So just obviously thanks a lot. To my assistant coaches, our team managers, trainers, the whole club, and all of our teammates and boys. Well done, thoroughly deserved, excellent effort. Great job. Thank you.
And now, could Caffey Wyatt please present the 2024 Eastland Division 1 Reserves Premiers, South Belgrave!
Cheers, boys, cheers, we're from South Belgrave. Football is the game we play. We will keep on fighting back for the red, white, and the black till we see the flag flying down our way. Cheers, boys, cheers, we're from South Belgrave. Football is the game we play. We will keep on fighting back for the red, white, and the black till we see the flag flying down our way. Down our way.
Well, now there's just one. Now it's the favourite child. Hey, he's the only remaining, that's all you can say. You know, we started off, we lost our point. Yeah, we lost. If you miss out, do you go to dumplings too? Nah, it's only plays for dumplings, sorry. I'm come to work, get some concrete. Oh, you're going to stay in, you've got a final. Hold on, just on the PA system. Listen, I'm having pasta tonight, alright? We go. See ya. Good luck for. Sorry, I'm working. Otherwise, definitely.